Stand by for the Tuddle Daily Podcast starting at 1 p.m. I remembered to record the show today on my Wells Fargo card, not my credit card.
Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
What up, Raymond B? Greetings, and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. And a lot of you guys are like, what the hell's Tuddle got going on in his life? That he's live streaming at 1 on a Saturday. You guys all know that I went through that little bit of streak when I first started the podcast. I think I went 3 straight months without missing a single goddamn day. And it really did help me out, help me grow an audience right out of the starting gate. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this. And I don't even know what the numbers are going to be like today. You know, a lot of people are getting out. I know over here in Volusia County, no, Amy, I had a little bit of the soup that my mom made. She put a little bit of ramen in it. She took some chicken thighs, boiled those down, put some vegetables, some ramen in there. It was really good. Just didn't get a lot of it to eat because I was just so busy getting ready for the show. A couple of ways you can get a hold of me. Well, before I get into that, if you're in the chat room right now, I know that a lot of people are out doing stuff. If you could, go on your social media or tell your friends, family, loved ones, coworkers, whatever it may be, tell everybody, I'm live right now. A couple of ways you can get a hold of me. You can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, TUDDLE @gmail.com. And I got the phone lines. I can take phone calls now with this new board and stuff that I have. 407-270-3044. Once again, that's 407-270-3044. I had one of those situations today. I mentioned this on yesterday's show. I asked my mom to trim down my underarm, my armpit hair. Never in a million years would I think. Because I've never trimmed my underarm hair, my armpit hair. Because the one thing that I was blessed with, not being a hairy guy, and I know that some women love hairy men. But if you ever notice, hairy men are the ones that go bald first. My dad always said that. If you look at men that have so much body hair all over their body, they're usually the ones that go bald. I can't even grow facial hair. This right here is scruff. I only look good, in my opinion. I mean, I could look like crap. But is when I got the scruff going on. Because when it gets past a certain point, it just looks patchy. I look like a train hobo. And that's not any exaggeration. If you guys have ever seen me with longer facial hair where I just gave up and I just like, you know what, screw it. I'm not shaving. I do. I look like a train hobo. Like I should be jumping a train. Well, John B., I'm sorry. You know what? I share with the audience. And I'm sorry. It's how I make a connection with the supporters of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. I'm willing to tell you that I had my mom shave my armpit hairs. Because I got a small skin tag on one and a littler one on the left. And I did not want to mow over those with a beard trimmer. It's just I don't want to be bleeding from my armpits. Once again, 407-270-3044. You know, that's one of the main reasons I got this board. I wanted to be able to engage with the audience. And I've already taken a bunch of calls. And I've not doxed anybody. I've not like given out anybody's information. And even if you call and you got problems with me or you get the best of me, I'm not going to like be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy that's going to like go after you because you hate me. And I got your phone number. Matter of fact, hell, star 67 that bitch so I don't even have your phone number. I'd like to hear from you. See, that's one of the things that I learned from Bubba. It's boring to get phone callers that just agree with you. They mark out to you. I don't want that. I want the people that have different opinions than mine, or the people that think I'm an idiot or they hate me. Those people go straight to the front of the line. What up, call me Michaela? I mean, I look, I'm shocked with the amount of people I got in here right now for a Saturday at 1 p.m. When I get done with this, I'm gonna veg out in front of the TV and watch the Xfinity race. You know, that Haley Deggan, my mom, she has never watched a truck race in her life, and that was on last night. And she wanted to see Haley Deggan win, and I'm like, come on, Mom, it's a chick. All right, I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything. We all saw how the whole Danica Patrick experiment went. I got a lot of great news stories, video stories I want to get into. On today's show, I'm going to cover teacher. A female teacher feeds cupcakes to her students that were filled with her husband's semen. Yeah, that is horrible. A dad kills his daughter's TikTok stalker, and a pastor calls out witches in his church. I'm going to get right into this first audio story that I want to. And this is the type of guy that I want in my market. Somebody was smart. They would hire this guy and bring him to Tampa. Because this guy looks like a pimp. Oh, hold on. Wait, whoa. Hold on. I don't know.
It was emotional inside the courtroom.
Hold on. I'm having. Sure.
Apologize to her victims, but to her family.
I don't want that one. I don't want that. Vulture, please, come on. Can you help me out here? What is going on? I'm Vulture. If you're listening right now, what's going on? How? What? That's not the one I want. Hold on. Jesus Christ Almighty. No, it's vortexing. The team viewer is open. If you could just fix this for me, and I won't bother you anymore. Vulture, see, he's supposed to be going out on a romantic beach walk with his wife, and now I got to interrupt him with this BS. And I don't understand why. Hold on. Let me know when you're on. All right, he's logging in now. Can you fix this for me? I'm not going to touch it. While I'm waiting on this, like I said, I want to hear from you. 407-270-3044. And if any of you guys are out there are graphic designers, I would love to use a background for the green screen that I use from a listener. So if any of you guys can create me a pretty cool background that I could start using, and I'll rotate the submissions from supporters of the Tuddle Daily Podcast and put it up behind there. Because I think that would be cool to use a green screen background that was created by somebody that consumes the content that I'm putting out. See, what did I do? Did I just completely mess it up, Vulture? I'm sorry, man. I really, really am. You know what? I think screen 1 needs to be screen 2. That's what I think it is. I don't know. See, there we go. There we go. I mean, I'll go with that one. I really will. All right. I mean, that'll work. Here, let me go to this first story. The Semen Cupcake caper. See if I can get this to load here. Load. Here we go.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts.
All right, so this guy right here is the guy that I'm talking about. This guy is a pimp. Look at him. And this is like after 10 p.m. on this Fox 26 in Louisiana. So they call it like Isaiah Thomas Uncensored.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored starts right now.
All I can do is shake my head on this one. We are starting the factor off tonight with that absolutely disgusting case in Louisiana. An ex-teacher has pleaded guilty to crimes against children, which included putting her husband's sperm.
All right, so I already know what you're going there, Isaiah. You get to say sperm on local news. And this is after 10. After safe harbor, you're in safe harbor time, and you're gonna double repeat it like we didn't hear you say husband sperm
In cupcakes that were given to children to eat in her classroom.
All right, so if you're a father, and I'm pretty sure Louisiana has concealed carry, hell, they might even be open carry, but could you imagine like if your teacher, you fed cupcakes to your students that were filled with your husband's semen? By the way, the husband is a cop. What the hell is going on in our country right now? But could you imagine like one of those characters that is a part of the TV show Swamp People, where they're going out there and killing alligators, 13-foot alligators with shotguns and a treble hook? And you fed one of his kids a cupcake filled with semen of your husband's semen? Yeah. I can almost guarantee that you're going to be used as gator bait.
Cynthia Perkins, you see her there, cut a deal.
I mean, in a white trash kind of way. Yeah. She's hot. But look at this dude, man. I mean, this guy looks like he's stealing copper off of a job site, and he's a cop.
That will have her testifying against her ex-husband, the man you see there, Dennis Perkins, a former Livingston Parish deputy sheriff in Louisiana, that's close to Baton Rouge. He's also charged with dozens of sex crimes, including child porn and rape.
So now look at this guy, this lawyer this looks like Dominic Ferriola, Mike Calta's lawyer, like a younger version, a younger dark match version of Dominic Ferriola, Mike Calta's lawyer that comes on his show every week.
Tonight, I speak with WBRZ TV investigative reporter Chris
I know I can,
Nakamoto
Scooter.
in my hometown of Baton Rouge. He's one of the best in the business, and he's talking about this disturbing story. He's been following this since it broke back in 2019.
Oh, by the way, so I mean this is how jammed up our legal system is. Wouldn't you think that a teacher and a husband that fed semen cupcakes to students, minors, that would have got fast tracked. That would have went straight to the front of the line. And this happened in 2019, 2022. Damn you, Corona.
Man, I'm sure, Chris, when you saw the details of this case, you had to shake your damn head.
Well, thank you for the kind words, first of all. It was an alarming case for sure. This all started in December of 2019 when these two individuals, a deputy in Livingston Parish and his teacher.
Guys never look good in orange during their mugshots, but for some reason, brings up the white trash hot factor because come on now, she's definitely a Volusia County 8. Any other place in Florida, she'd be like a 4 or 5.
Wife, who was a middle school teacher, got caught by Adobe. They were photoshopping things. Adobe turned them into authorities in.
See that? Well, I don't have child pornography on my computer, but Adobe's not going to catch me with anything. Probably shouldn't admit this right now, but man, back in the day, I pirated every bit of software you could think of.
Louisiana, which launched an investigation. Authorities with the Attorney General's office showed up at the couple's house. They found this safe full of hard drives, computers, thumb drives, things like that. And all of it was encrypted with a software called Keep My Data Safe.
I mean, a lot of those apps, they all promise you that, nobody can get into this app. Bull crap. FBI will come in. Even Louisiana state troopers could do it.
And so essentially they had to come in and decode everything. And when they decoded everything, they were alarmed at what they saw. They saw child porn. They saw child rape. They also saw what appeared to be this deputy who was ejaculating on sweets that were then being served to his wife's.
All right. So I'm not trying to shock jock here. Was the semen in the frosting? Or was the inside of the cupcake filled with her husband's semen? I know that it's not pertinent to the story. But, I mean, these are the type of questions that these reporters should be asking.
Class.
My God. So do we know if any of the children were actual students or relatives? Or were these just videos that they collected off of the...
Call me Michaela says we need a recipe. Now, I can tell you that some people would be into those type of cupcakes. They would be. Some women love to use that certain substance for hair conditioner.
The internet.
So according to the court documents that we have, the kids that were served the sweets were definitely students in her class. They photoshopped apparently the kids' photos and they had pictures of the children eating these sweets.
Oh my God. Is that their kink? They're like, oh baby, look at that. And this is the one, baby, look at that. Those kids are eating your semen cupcakes. How's that make you feel?
Cupcakes that he had ejaculated on. In terms of the actual victims that were raped by these individuals, we're told that they possibly were some of their close associates or people that they knew.
Wow, just mind-blowing. She's a teacher, and of course he is.
See, Isaiah's got a good green screen background. I mean, that would definitely be something that you guys could do for me. Like, I mean, look at Isaiah's green screen, because you can tell it's green screen because look through his glasses. It's white right there. That's how you can tell it's a green screen. You guys could recreate that. It's just the Tuddle Daily podcast, uncensored. That'd be great. Welcome to everybody. Nightbot, Bubba lost everything. Welcome, man. I really do appreciate you guys checking out what I'm doing. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let me get into this, finish this story, and I'll get into what I got to say.
She's a former deputy, and she's a former
Woo!
teacher. I think they're estranged now, right? They've divorced.
So she divorced him, and if it gives you any indication of what their plan of attack is, they immediately filed for divorce. She actually just
Spousal privilege. Raymond B. 9.99. Tuddle, we are enjoying the midday stream. Keep it up. Thank you, Raymond. Raymond's one of those guys that has been there from the beginning, the start. Back when I was at the Hobo Fish Camp, doing it from a rotted out park bench right next to the seawall on my smartphone.
Just struck a plea deal with some of the prosecutors here. So she now has to testify against him at trial.
See, she cut a deal. She did. Everybody cuts their own deal. And she got divorced immediately so she could turn on him and cut herself a better, sweeter deal.
And she has agreed to do that in exchange for what some people in this area are calling a light sentence. She'll probably do.
Look at that. Now, all right. Is that necessary? That is a, what, 5'7", 5'8" female. And look at that beast of a female cop right there. There's no way. Look, this woman right here would house this chick. Does she need the cuffs, shackles, and ankle bracelets? I mean, this one might have a hard time catching this one, but if this one ever catches this one, it's definitely going down. This chick does not need all this. Just doesn't.
About 40 years and will probably be eligible for good times, so maybe 20 years. So we'll see what happens. What's really interesting about this case is these are the people that you teach your children to trust.
Catholic Church. Teachers. Happens all the time.
You teach your children to trust law enforcement. You teach them to trust their teacher and to think that they can do something as sick and twisted as this. I mean, it really just has this whole.
All right. Also, another thing, there's always this rumor that you can't catch like HIV from oral sex. This guy should have been tested. And then the parents of the children should have been notified, made aware, hey, you're clean. Your kid did not get exposed to HIV or anything.
Community in utter shock.
Exactly. And you're exactly right. They're supposed to be the best of us, our educators, our law.
No. Nobody is supposed to be the best of anything. I mean, there are scumbags in every single profession. President, senators, governors, mayors, councilmen, priests, leaders of churches. So, yeah, you should not be shocked, Isaiah.
Enforcement officers, and they went really, really bad, just mind-blowing. Now, what's the status in his case? Where does he stand, Dennis Perkins, the former deputy?
All right, so I was thinking about this last night. Who is the rock guy that is big into hunting and guns and all that stuff? He's a big Trump supporter. I don't know why I kind of hit the pen beforehand. The guy from Detroit, the Music City Madman. What is his name? The guy that goes out hunting all the time. Please. Scratch it for some traction here. I mean, I can look it up. Hell. No, not Joe Rogan. Music City Madman. What the hell is that again? Hunter guy. Please. I can't even tell. Are you there? Yes. What is his name? Oh, Jesus Christ. Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent loves going out and thinning the herd. Population control. We love reality TV, right? One of my favorite movies back in the day was Surviving the Game. Can we have free range pedophiles on an island And these kids, I don't know. Look, I hit the pen a little bit. I hit the pen. I'm sorry. But why can't we get a bunch of free-range pedophiles on this island? Iggy T, what up? And then these free-range pedophiles, we get kids that have been molested that want to go out and learn about hunting. Ted Nugent does a lot of reality TV shows, and it could be a hunting show. Could you imagine like a 10 or 11-year-old posing? You know how they hold up the rack with the horns of it? Could you imagine like a 12-year-old that had been molested showing off his trophy pedophile he killed? And then he got it mounted. Could you imagine this dude's face mounted on your wall? And by the way, this is all parody, so I don't want to get into any trouble on any of the platforms that I'm on. This is just me. Like I said, I hit the pen. And I'm just thinking outside the box here. Oh, come on.
So he is scheduled to go to trial sometime this summer. I'm told that they have some evidentiary issues that they're now trying to work through. We had
By the way, 23 people in here for a 1 p.m. broadcast on the weekend. God, thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
exposed not long ago that a couple of hard drives that were seized out of that safe in their house are now missing.
Okay. Think about that, people. This guy was a cop, probably in that same area. And now there's some missing hard drives. Wank, wank, if you know what I mean. Wank, wank.
So the $1 million question is, where those hard drives did the Attorney
his partner has it.
General's office misplace it? Did the Sheriff's office misplace it? And
yep.
So if that is the case, that raises questions about what is the chain of custody for some of these other pieces of evidence that were collected. So it's a valid question that's probably going to be brought up before trial. The Attorney General's office says they don't have any missing hard drives, but there are 2 hard drives that were labeled and processed, taken in as evidence, that are now gone.
Tom Delaney, $1.99. Thank you.
Parents there must be heartbroken when they found out about this.
Yeah, they're probably cleaning their arsenal.
And especially those parents who had students in the classroom with Cynthia Perkins, the teacher.
Oh, 100%. Can you imagine getting a phone call saying, your child is photographed? We believe there's a picture of your child in the safe of their teacher with their death.
Seriously, you know what, though? I know that everybody is due their day in court. But how can any platform be upset with me for what I'm saying? You know that I'll probably, for some of my views and opinions on this topic, but come on, this is one of the most despicable, nasty things that I've ever heard in my life.
A husband,
and by the way, this is all on the news. The news didn't get in trouble for it.
On cupcakes.
The news should be like, these reporters should be having the same opinion that I have.
And we believe that your child ate it. And so if you can only imagine the shock that these parents, had to deal with, I think they identified at least 12 kids that ate those tainted cupcakes.
Oh, God. Ugh. Gross. But there is an update on that story. So the woman was sentenced. And
it was emotional inside the courtroom
hold
today.
On, come on.
The sentencing hearing gave Cynthia Perkins an opportunity to not only
let me go back here.
It was emotional inside the courtroom today.
Ariel Salk. You got a little Botox above that nose. Look at that line.
The sentencing hearing gave Cynthia Perkins an opportunity to not only apologize to her victims, but to her family. And those who were impacted by Perkins the most were able to share their piece.
Seasbury, I'm not on any show. I'm on the Tuddle Daily podcast.
I think what you heard today was a lot of pain in there from a lot of people.
Cynthia Perkins showed.
Oh, man, she switched from the blonde. I don't know, guys. Like, what do you guys prefer? The dark hair or the blonde hair with this disgusting white trash piece of crap woman? I don't know. I like the darker hair a little bit better.
Little emotion as she apologized to the victims, her family, and her former students and coworkers before she was sentenced to 41 years in.
And I love whenever these local news stations, they do any story about an inmate, they got to show the razor wire. Like, we don't know that that jails don't have razor wire.
Prison. Perkins pled guilty to multiple sex crimes, including rape.
Really good.
Wait. Hold on. I got to go back there. What was that? Mingling harmful substances. Who worded this law? Mingling harmful substances. It's crazy what our politicians have to make laws about.
To multiple sex crimes, including rape.
Really goes to show you the damage that people can do with these evil acts.
Perkins' family spoke. Her father and mother told the judge.
Oh, by the way, this is from a completely different news station. And I don't think they mention the cupcakes one single time.
Their daughter was a victim of abuse by her husband, Dennis Perkins.
This started when she met Danny Perkins, and he corrupted her and
All right, so BS. I love when the woman who was complicit on this whole deal didn't have to do this. And now everybody's like, oh, poor woman. She was forced to do this. I know that there's some women in the chat room right now. I would love to get the female perspective on this. If you were dating a dude, or you were engaged or married to a dude, and he brought this up to you, like, would you say no? Even though he was abusive, or, he was threatening you physically, as a woman, could you do this? Because I'm just curious. I really don't think a sane, normal woman would allow this to happen. Also, by the way, after he did that with the cupcakes, couldn't you have just, swapped the cupcakes for non-cupcakes that have been mingled with dangerous substances? No, she knew what was going on. She brought him in. It's not like the cop went to the school, unless he was the school resource officer or something, and he was looking through the window. I love how everybody's like, oh, poor woman. Oh, poor woman.
forced her and coerced her into doing some terrible things that she has a lot of guilt over and she has a lot of remorse for.
A letter from the victim read aloud addressing Perkins said, "I hope you rot in prison, and I just feel safer when you're not around."
Hope you rot in prison. You know, I've also thought about that. See, I don't know how I'd feel if a family member of mine was killed. Yeah, I would want the guy to die. I definitely would want him to die. But then I think about it, like if I, for some reason, I was a completely like alternate multiverse Tuddle and I was a serial killer, I would rather get the death penalty than spend my life in prison. And that's why the death penalty does not work. Because if it did, people still wouldn't be doing dumb stuff to justify getting the death penalty. It doesn't work. Once again, island. Put them on an island. There's got to be some remote island that there's no chance in hell that they could swim or make a raft and go anywhere. And to go hunt them.
In her plea deal, Perkins agreed to testifying against her.
That prison food must have some high calories in it. She looks a little like she's laying a little bit heavier in this pic.
Her estranged husband, Dennis Perkins, in May.
We do think justice has been done so far, and we have one more trial to go.
Perkins will be 75 years old when she gets out.
Oh, see, the line's gone now. See, she's got to be aware of the faces she makes. Once again, we're a minute 13 in, and the cupcake still had not been mentioned.
And she will.
I mean, that is that's a hook, right?
Will have to register as a sex offender for the rest of her life. In Livingston, Ariel Salk, Fox 44 News.
Ariel Salk. I follow a lot of local news. Oh, I got to see if I can find a picture of her. Look, I know I would never, ever have a chance. And I know that I probably should not objectify women in the news. I know that they don't like it, but Kellyanne Class, if you're in the Orlando area, have you guys seen the new meteorologist that's on WESH Channel 2 in Orlando? She's a great broadcaster. But my God, Wesh pulled off a coup with this one. And they've got her in all types of promos and stuff. Hold on, let me see if I can move this over here. Kellyanne Class, man. Wesh, right there. Hold on. I mean, she's just got that like normal look to like everyday chick type deal. Oh man, what the? I want some full size pics here. You can see that right there. Hold on, let me put this back up. Kellyanne Class right there. I don't know. She just got to look to her. I mean, she might not be for everybody, but man, she is like the new big shiny toy in the Orlando market when it comes to news and meteorology. Man, I watch the weather. Gets my dew point up. Just saying. 407-270-3044 if you would like to reach out, like to, engage with me, talk. I'm taking your phone calls now. 407-270-3044. Let me see here. Where is that? Boom. I want to put. Wait, where did I go? Oh crap! Hold on. Trying to figure this out. All right, that's what I want right there. Cool. I'm good. But yeah, I want to hear from you. I got the phone lines open now. 407-270-3044. I would love your reaction on the story I just played. As a woman, would you do that if your cop husband asked you to feed your students Semen Cupcakes? And number two, if you were the father of one of these children or a parent alone, what do you think should have been done? Because I don't think you can fix that. And don't give me that whole thing about, oh, she was forced to do it. Like I said, she could have bought other cupcakes, could have went to Publix, got a cupcake tray, and switched them, but she didn't do that. She did not do that at all. I ended up finding this. You guys know that I'm not a religious person at all, but I have
First
been.
And last name.
I've been to some of those churches that are just like way, way out there. There are some churches that are just bat-ass crazy. I went to a church with some friends and their family. And it was one of those churches where the congregation they would speak in tongues. And I've never believed, well, I don't believe in religion, so how could I believe in speaking in tongues? But I think when you see these people speaking in tongues, it's them just trying to show out, trying to prove that they're more religious than the person sitting next to them. I saw people look like the girl from The Exorcist, kind of spider crawling on their back down the alley to get to the preacher. And they're speaking all types of gibberish. It's like they're almost having a seizure. But this one preacher says that he's got some new members of the congregation, and he says that they're witches. Oh, hold on. What the hell's going on here? Boom. Let me add that to the stream and play.
First and last names of 6 witches that are in our church. And you know what's strange? 3 of you are in this room right now.
Dude, he's going to dox these witches. How are you going to dox these witches? And that's the thing back in the day. It never made sense. This is how stupid our ancestors were back in the day when they actually believed in witches. Yes, they did drown them. And this was their logic. We're going to burn this witch. And if she doesn't die, she's a witch. If she dies, she wasn't a witch. Or what up, Jake Hudson? Or we're going to tie her to a chair, put a big-ass boulder, and we're going to throw her in the lake. If she survives, she's a witch. If she dies, she wasn't a witch. Look, as long as these witches are putting money in the collection plate, what do you care? And you're wanting to dox a bunch of witches?
3 of you in the room right now. You better look in my eyeballs. We ain't afraid of you.
There's 3 of them. Does that count as a covenant? 3? And do they got like cats as their familiars? They're just going there to kind of observe the Muggle way. Yeah, bunch of Muggles. They just got off the Hogwarts train. And this guy's calling him out. He's wanting to dox him.
Stinking witch! You devil-worshiping Satanist witch! We cast you out in the name of Jesus Christ!
All right, so witches, I thought all believed like in nature, like Wiccans. Like they're not putting spells on people. They're not sitting around a like bubbling cauldron and mixing up spells and stuff. They're just hippie chicks that want to walk around with bare feet, smoke weed. Just have a good time, man. And you're wanting to dox them.
We break your spells. We break your curse. We got your first name. We got your last name. We even got an address for one of you.
Oh, address. Sounds... Guy sounds like a radio host, I know. Go on. Never mind.
You so much as cough wrong, and I'll expose you in front of everybody in this tent, you stinking witch.
Okay, so, I mean, so you're saying, like, with COVID and stuff, what if somebody accidentally coughs? And you're like, oh, she's a witch. Let's get that bitch.
You were sent to this church to destroy us. You were sent to this church to lure us in. You were sent to this church to cast spell. Listen, some of you been sick because you befriended that witch.
This guy is going to have an aneurysm. He is going to stroke out. I got to tell you, though, his mic skills are pretty good. I mean, you don't see him. Yeah, I know that this was probably all rehearsed and stuff. But, man, I mean, the guy is a worker.
2 of you in my wife's ladies' Bible study, and you know who you are, and we going to ask you to get out.
Oh, okay. Now the curtain's been pulled back. 2 of the witches. What if these are lesbian witches? And they made a connection in Bible study. The 2 lesbian witches are probably like, yeah, miss. I mean, we know that you're married to the head pastor. We want to learn more about Bible study, and we're not understanding this verse. Can you stay after with us? And then it just turns into a big scissor session.
Out! Or I'll expose you in front of everybody. We got all...
Yeah, this definitely sounds like a man that got cheated on. His wife cheated on him with a bunch of lesbian witches.
6 of their names. Oh, 6.
What up, Bullitt County, Kentucky?
2 of them had already been confirmed before that thing ever even said it. First and last name. This chick is new to our church and don't know none of you.
Maybe she casted a spell. Maybe that's how she got in.
So you got a choice. You can leave with your spells all by yourself. Or I'll show up next Sunday with a stage full of brooms. And I'll give you one.
Wait, whoa. That doesn't make any sense. That'd be like if you were beefing with a bunch of medieval knights and you're like, I'm going to bring a bunch of swords and maces and battle axes. No, why would you bring a bunch of brooms, Broward County, in here? I'm going to get to a news story, Raymond B. I was talking South Florida. There's a lot of news stories about South Florida and how bad Miami is right now. But why would you even bring brooms when you're beefing with witches? That's like giving them weapons.
I'll fly your tail up out of this place in the name of Jesus, but we ain't playing your spell casted witchcraft nonsense, sage burning games.
Wait, maybe the sage is to cover up the weed smoke. Come on, man. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Everybody okay? Witches are like, nope. And you're
what if one of the witches just stood up and was like, Leviosa? And that was a spell. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd, so a lot of you guys probably didn't even get that.
Dog too. You're out, witch.
This guy definitely got cheated on. His wife hooked up with the lesbian witches. Ugh. So what is everybody up to today? I'd like to hear. I usually don't do these things on the weekend. And I would love to hear, like, what do you guys do? Because every day is like a weekend for me. I'm unemployed. Well, I'm self-employed. Thinking about taking a part-time job at the Chick-fil-A here in Edgewater. Because the guy that owns the store, his son's a big fan. And he is a big fan. He used to listen to me on Real Radio. And I was like, man, it would be kind of nice to have a close, like, little job that I could walk to. Yeah, where is Lemmy today? I'm going to have to talk to Lemmy there. Lemmy's not there. But no, this Chick-fil-A, which is great. This is why Chick-fil-A does so well, is because the customer service, nobody can even come close to to Chick-fil-A service. But they got people in the morning that are kind of like greeters, go around, ask the older clientele, hey, do you need more coffee? You talk to them. Kind of like kind of like a master of ceremonies in the dining room at Chick-fil-A. And I think I would be great at that. Like, I'm not going to be the same person that I am on the air. And it is because I've enjoyed going to the Chick-fil-A and talking to the retirees. And most of them are all military people. And I really do think that's something we take for granted. We do take the retirees, the elderly, for granted because they are just a big-ass tomb of knowledge that you can learn from. Now, well, a lot of their views might be old school, but there's a lot of stuff you can learn. And they're always talking combat stories and stuff. Talked about this yesterday. Like, they can spot out any semi-attractive woman that's about to walk through the door. They give you a heads up. No, but see, that's the thing about it. I deal with idiots all the time. So it would be second nature to me. And you know what? I would like to rub it in Colton's face. Because everybody knows, like, Colton is the #1 fan of Chick-fil-A. I think he eats there 2 to 3 times a day at Chick-fil-A. And I think employees get some free food every once in a while. So that would be badass to work for Chick-fil-A. I think it would be. And I would never have to work on Sundays. I could tell him, I was like, hey, thanks. Going to church. Not. Yeah, I just did a not joke. This was also another interesting story. I would like to, if you guys can comment about this on the in the chat room or give me a call. My phone lines are open, 407-270-3044. To the supporters of the Tuddle Daily Podcast that have kids, I would like to hear from you because I'm never going to be a parent, but I would like to hear from you. Like, do you let your kids on social media, and what's the appropriate age? Now, see, it's different for boys. Maybe, there's a lot of sickos out there, but you got to be way more careful if you got a daughter and what she posts on social media, because a lot of these younger girls they'll post real revealing TikTok videos, because this chick, her father ended up killing his daughter's TikTok stalker. And we'll get into this story here right now.
Ava Majuri is a growing social media star.
Give me all ideas in the comments.
The 15-year-old.
She's 15. I'm not even going to say it. You can tell she's going to be an attractive girl when she turns 18.
Has more than 1.2 million followers on TikTok.
Oh, see, that's the other thing. I wish I had that type of following.
But last summer.
See, but this is what I'm talking about, though. Look at this. As a father, and like I said, I'll never be a father. But, come on. You could see where some sicko dude would be like, hell, he would become infatuated with her.
Her family says one of those followers showed up.
See the pics. Everything has got to be perfect. The filters are on fleek. Yeah, I said fleek.
The family stored a home with a gun.
Somebody had attempted to breach the door with, I presume, a shotgun.
Ava's father, Rob, a retired police lieutenant.
See, now this is a good cop. This is a rugged ass cop here.
Sprang into action, saying he eventually shot the intruder.
At that point, I took action and neutralized the threat.
When a guy or somebody that had a gun says, I neutralized the threat, I don't know why that sounds more badass to me. I neutralized the threat of my daughter's TikTok stalker.
The majority say the alleged gunman was Eric Justin, an obsessed fan.
Wait, okay, so why are we not... What is this about? Why are we protecting the identity of the TikTok stalker that got gunned down? Look at this. You just get a profile. We got his name. I want to see what he looks like. I want to see what he looks like after the shotgun blast.
Fan who sent Ava hundreds of messages on her social media accounts. Ava's parents say at one point they allowed their...
Vulture, you're in there right now. You have a daughter. What would you do? And Vulture's a Marine, so I could only imagine if some stalker showed up when his daughter gets older and wants to be a stalker. Yeah, that guy will definitely be neutralized. Neutralize the threat.
Daughter to sell the 18-year-old 2 selfies she had already posted online. And that he also paid her classmates for information about...
Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy even embedded himself in with this chick's classmates.
Ava. But they say Justin then started asking Ava for explicit photos.
Okay. Jeez. You know what? It's probably best that this father did neutralize the threat. Saves the taxpayers a lot of money for a trial that probably wouldn't happen for 3 years.
I had an opportunity to actually text this person and say, hey, she's a minor and you need to not contact her anymore and we notify the authorities.
This guy, this father, this rugged dude that neutralized the threat, gave the guy a chance, gave him a warning.
Day of the shooting, authorities telling local media a man was shot and killed while attempting a home invasion without releasing any names. No one was arrested at the time. Overnight, the Collier County Sheriff's Office sending NBC News a heavily redacted police report, calling the case an ongoing investigation. After the incident, the family moved and Ava started homeschooling.
Everything has changed. More security.
See, now, all right. So we've reached a different age when it comes to technology. Because now, if you put yourself out there on social media, I would not be on social media if it wasn't for what I do. Because program directors, radio stations, they all look at this stuff. They look at how many followers and stuff you have. And it's sad that it's become that way. But when you put yourself on social media, you're putting yourself in the public eye. Just like a celebrity, but on a smaller scale. And celebrities have stalkers all the time. They do. That's why you got to be careful with this. Everybody is so connected to social media now. And like I said, I hate it.
On our end, more reviews of accounts, more checking in, just trying to be normal for age.
And why isn't she saying anything? Look at where she's looking up at. Did the father? Why are they not letting her talk? I know she's a minor. Maybe the parents don't want her talking. Maybe she hid this for a little while, and they're like, "Hey, shut up, shut up."
Despite the terrifying ordeal, Ava is still posting on social media.
Even afterwards, people seem to say, "Why would you allow this to continue?" It became such.
Yeah, because my daughter's getting paid. This is helping me with my retirement, getting that TikTok money. Buzzard, you can be trusted as a mod. Buzzard, me and you have had problems in the past and stuff, but you're a good dude. I know that I've said some things, but deep down, you're a good dude.
It's a part of her personality and her being that to take it away would maybe harm her more.
One of her latest posts, a warning to others, writing on Instagram, "I hope my experience will be a teaching moment."
Now she's going to be some like role model. Learn from me. And this is only going to help out her social media numbers, because she's going to be all over the news. You know that they're going to be plugging the hell out of all of her social media. Just get off of it.
For not just my friends, but social media users of all ages and backgrounds.
You know, like I try to keep things lighthearted. I like to talk about personal experiences most of the time, about what's going on in my life. And look, I'm not one of those like doomsdayers about the pandemic and stuff. The only reason that I'm being careful when it comes to this stuff is because of my mom. My mom is high risk. But man, I would be able to talk about so many other things if I was able to get out there and experience life. And at some point, I'm going to have to. You know what? I wasn't going to play this next story, but you know what? Because the next show, I'm going to keep it fun and lighthearted. And I don't look, see, this is the other thing about it. This story that I'm about to play, I'm actually being streamed on that platform right now. This executive, you know what? I'm just going to play the story. And I did my research, and this is a news story. I compared the face of, here, hold on. I searched the news stories. I found you know what? You can see what it says right there. This guy got caught.
Challenge 13-year-old boy to Phoenix.
All right. So I think this is the family members, or this is, you know, a lot of these people now on the internet like to play Chris Hansen. They like to play Chris Hansen. By the way, Ted Nugent as the hunter on Pedophile Island, but Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator is the host. Kind of like the host of Survivor. Yeah, Chris Hansen.
You want me, correct?
By the way, this is the other thing. I don't even know, like, I sat here and thought about this because a lot of my platforms, I get like in trouble, not in trouble, but I don't make as much money off of some videos when I get into, or I play audio, or I curse too much. They'll still run my ads, but I won't get it. I won't get as many ads off of a video that's been flagged for ad suitability. And I was debating on editing this video. And no, you know what? Screw it. If you know what, this is the other thing. I'll get a little bit more unedited, uncensored. The more that you guys like donate, whatever platform you're watching the show on, throw that money there, because I really don't care about the commercials. If you guys are like helping me out with that, because I was going to edit this video because there's a lot of cursing in it. It's a little graphic when it comes to the language. And I think this being a legitimate news story, because I've talked about this, I don't think the news should ever, ever be edited.
Telling this 13-year-old boy that he makes you horny, correct?
Could be perceived as such, yes.
Oh, quit the bullshit.
I love when pedophiles are caught. They stumble and bumble, and they play very vague word games.
Shit, bro. I'm sick of your bullshit.
I won't have any restraint around you if I'm horny. What does that mean?
It means I was flirting. I was talking to him. Throughout all of this, I'll let you know there was never any intention.
Look, everybody's watched To Catch a Predator. This is the pedophile playbook. This is the pedophile playbook because they're playing schematics here. Semantics. I'm an idiot. Oh, I did all that, but I had no intentions. I had no intentions at all with fulfilling my sicko fantasies. Raymond B coming in with $9.99. If anybody's a mod on Twitch, can you make Raymond B a mod on Twitch, please? If you could do that. And or Vulture, if you're listening, can we do that, please?
For hanging out with him.
Okay.
Bro.
But you did set 2 meets with him.
That I never intended to go to or
you set
show
it up.
Never attended, even though I said all these sick, nasty things to a minor.
Correct.
And I gave information, location, and all that stuff. Yes.
How did I find you?
I had no intentions, but I told them exactly where I was at, how they could find me. I made it as easy as possible. I left a bunch of breadcrumbs for them to follow.
Yeah. It's not like I just pulled this out of my ass.
It's true.
You gave the hotel and the hotel room.
Right.
So you set the meets. So you're okay with talking sexual online as long as you don't meet the children?
This is the one time I've done this.
No. Stop lying. Every thief that's ever caught, their first words that come out of this is the first time I've ever done anything like. No, it's just the first time that you've caught me. Thank you, Clarence. Trying to clean up a little bit. This is what sober living will do for you.
Okay.
But yeah, this is the first time I've ever done. No, dude, this is the first time you've been caught.
So you are okay to talk sexual to 13-year-olds?
No, the guy, listen, Tampa dude, just listen. It'll explain. Because when you find out what he does for a living, this is bad news for one of the most powerful companies in the world.
Corey, because you knew in your head that you would not meet up with him.
That was my rationale.
He asked you what you do. I am the head of a global community development for Meta.
Uh-oh. You guys know, and I'll leave it at that. You guys all know what that is.
That's a pretty fucking good job, right? Huge, right? You make good money, right?
All right, so when I heard this woman say, you make good money, right? I was like, oh, this is a pedophile shakedown. What are you willing to pay? Because if this guy worked for the company, which he does, I looked it up, did the research. The guy could have paid these people off, but I don't think these people are interested. But man, oh man, it did sound like for a second there that this woman was shaking this pedophile down.
What was the title again?
I mean, what is your official title?
Manager of Community Development.
And you said, make out with you, touch you, suck you.
Oh.
Is that what you said?
I did.
Said that to a 13-year-old boy?
I did.
Okay. You said my cousin or Uber. You said Uber would be expensive. You said my cousin's rich. He doesn't care. He owes me. You said, haha, that would be crazy. And you're talking to this other boy. Can I see a pic of him?
Oh, see this. No, Coach Cooter, he does not. This guy was trying to pull off the double here. He was trying to get two boys. This sicko Man, what is wrong with people?
Why do you want to see a pic of him?
Just want to see what it looks like, part of the conversation.
Hoping,
all of this stuff.
You were hoping that this 13-year-old somehow got a ride here and somehow got up here. And you weren't going to push it. You weren't going to be like, yeah, I'll come get you, come that. You weren't doing that. Maybe because you're scared to get caught or something. But you were praying and hoping that this boy would show up knocking on your fucking door. That's why you gave him the address. You gave him the room number.
Well, let me say, you're a very evil man, okay?
Look at this guy's look, man. This is the look of, yeah, I'm, and by the way, the company he works for, they got enough money that they can make people disappear. And the eyes, that is a look of, oh yeah, this is the look of somebody that stole from a Mexican cartel.
You might not remember it, which is bullshit because I know you're fucking lying.
See, and I'm kind of glad I did not edit this. This is news, and I'm sure that I'm gonna get like flagged. And I debated on even playing this, but at the same time, I think it creates major problems if I get in trouble on one of the platforms that I'm streaming on right now just because I played this.
But you fucking hurt somebody. Probably more than one person. This isn't your first fucking time. This isn't my first time catching fucking pieces of shit like you. By your verbiage, little boy, it's illegal, little boy.
And it's a woman. I mean, it's just a different type of talking down to when it's a woman just on your ass. And you know what? Do you guys want to do one more story? Okay, I'll listener choice. Yeah, you did. All right, so I got two stories I can play. This mom steals a bunch of money from a local little league here in, I think, Winter Garden. And then a toddler was left at a daycare. When the mom went to go pick up her kid, all the employees, the owners all left. They turned out the lights and just left the kid in there. The mom went to come pick the kid up. She can't get to the kid because the kid is standing through two separate doors through pretty thick glass, and the mom can't even get to the kid. I know that I can curse on Twitch, but Buzzer Bob, you got to understand I'm on other platforms as well, too. Yeah, I'll do the toddler one. Good choice. And like I said, I know for a Saturday, these stories are a little heavy. But, I don't know, I think this is stuff that is what's going on. It's real life. Anyways, this happened, I don't know exactly where this happened. Toddler left at a daycare. Here we go.
She's super traumatized. It's not fair. Honey.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if you can see the kid. Hold on. Right there. Look at that. You got a window here and a door here. It says welcome, but you're really not welcome because you can't get in, and your kid her little cute head is peeking out through the window, and the owners of the place just closed up shop. I wonder if they put down some food and water for the little kid.
It's not fair. Honey, I'm coming, okay?
Also, at the same time, it's not like this is security glass. I don't remember this, but my dad's mom, my grandmother on my dad's side, my parents would always take me to Gainesville for a week and let my grandparents take care of me. My grandma went to the store, and I think she accidentally locked me in the car before she went into the store. And she did not even wait because, you know, they don't have AAA and stuff back there. Oh, I got that one, Tampa dude. But my grandma, she broke the window out. She did not even wait for the cops to get there because, and you know what? That's a different breed of woman. She didn't wait. She didn't care about having to replace the window. She busted that bitch out. I don't even know how she did it. I think it'd be pretty pimp if she headbutted her way through the window or just elbowed it or just gave it a little rabbit punch right through it. I'm sure she picked up a brick. And that's why I got a scar on my face from flying broken glass. But she did what she had to do. I'm telling you right now, I am breaking through. Nothing's going to keep me from getting my kid right there. It's not like it's Fort Knox.
A mom in sheer panic and terror as she shows up to her child's daycare in Plantation, only to...
Well, I mean, come on. You can see the kid. Not like it's an airtight room. She's not running out of oxygen. She's not going to die from starvation. Like I said, hopefully the daycare owner put a bowl of food and water down for her.
To find the doors locked and the lights off.
She's inside the daycare. She just came up to the door.
She's inside by herself?
Yeah, she's crying. She's
I don't know. The kid just looks confused.
inside by herself.
Stephanie Martinez says she pulled up to KinderCare on Sunday.
KinderCare. Never take your kid to a pre-K chain school. You know, there were a lot of these daycares in Orlando, especially during the summertime. That one woman that left the kid in the van all day during like one of the hottest summers, and the kid died. That woman, she got like 15 to 20 years. I just don't understand. Also, at the same time, how many parents do you think that have actually purposely killed their kids by leaving them in a hot car? It's just like we've just become so reliant on technology and stuff. Now they're wanting to create stuff to remind you, hey, don't forget about your kid in the back seat. 98 degrees with 100% humidity in Central Florida right now. No, you're a parent. We have lost our instincts as animals by becoming the humans that we are today.
Rise Boulevard just before 6:30 to pick up her 2-year-old daughter, Anastasia.
It's cutie.
And no one was there.
Banging on the doors.
Oh, look at the security system here. Now, see, I might be wrong. But I could break that window. Take this table and throw it right. Tell the daughter to back up. Throw this table right through that window. Pull the kid out and call it a day. And then come back and drop one of the biggest lawsuits on these scumbag owners.
On the windows and on the doors to see if she could hear me. She finally poked her head out in one of the window doors, and I completely lost it.
Plantation police and firefighters responded, prying the door open to rescue Anna. Martinez says her daughter was able to push a chair next to the window and stand up to get her mom's attention.
It's the worst feeling ever.
Smart kid.
You feel helpless. Like, you can't do anything to, like, console her. She was definitely stressed out. Definitely was crying that whole time that she was there by herself.
KinderCare Corporate says, while we're thankful the child was quickly found and was safe, this incident should not have happened.
So, I mean, this could be a great payday for these parents. I mean, it's maybe the kid was a little traumatized, but come on, man. $1,000,000, $500,000, I think it would be worth it. You could buy all the therapy you want for that little kid with the money you could get paid, because like Vulture said, KinderCare is a big national franchise. $,
We take all concerns about children's safety seriously and follow a specific protocol anytime an issue is raised.
Nobody should ever go through this. You pay to put somebody's, your trust. You pay for trust.
You cannot. The only person you can 100% trust with your kid is you. Because look, they might get paid for it, but a person is not going to protect your kid like it was their own. No, they're not. They're not going to do it. Some kidnapper comes in with a gun. Guess what? That babysitter ain't going to do dick to stop the person, because guess what? It's not their kid. She might have done it if it was her blood kid. No, but that's somebody else's kid.
And they completely, avoided that.
Tampa, dude, I wanted to try that. But I also don't think I could do that on YouTube. I don't think I could do it on any of my platforms. Because I've seen a lot of the local news stations, they'll have their one guy, they'll probably get a producer, an intern. Hey, this is your big break. Summertime, we got to do our yearly story talking about hot car deaths. And we're going to put you in this car and we're going to give you a thermometer and you're going to give us play-by-play as you bake from the inside out like you're in a microwave. But I've always wondered how long I could sit in a hot car during the middle of summer. But I definitely would have to have somebody there if I passed out. Because that's the thing about it. If you passed out and you didn't know it, then you're really a goner. So that's why I would have to have somebody there. Vulture, are you down? Vulture, would you be my safety net while I sat in a hot car during the middle of summer? And we won't go live with it. We'll record it. And if I don't die, and we'll get one of those disclaimers. We can get our voiceover guy, Josh, to put a disclaimer. Do not do what this dumbass podcasting host is about to do. Or we could talk to a lawyer and find out what we need to say to cover our ass. Because I would like to try that. I think I could do a half hour, 40 minutes. Do I get water while I'm in there? No, because if you're a kid in a car, you're not getting water. I don't know. I might only be able to do 30.
I have no words for that. Like I'm still in shock right now.
Of course you're in shock. I don't think, you know what? I'm going to knock out all the show prep that I did today. Boom. I need to start making sure I take care of that.
The case involving Winter Garden Little League funding was initially...
See, now, if you guys don't know what Winter Garden is, Winter Garden and Ocoee is a little bit trashier. But how are you going to... And there's a lot of cities. There's a lot of cities that take Little League Baseball seriously. Like Warner Robins, Georgia. If you go to Warner Robins, Georgia, they're always representing the southeastern division of Little League and the Little League World Series. That place is like a Major League Baseball stadium that they play at. And there's a lot of money there. People are donating all types of stuff. And I can't even begin to act like I would know. Uh-oh. Hold on. What'd I do? Uh-oh. I turn my camera off? Oh, no. What did I do? Oh, no. What's going on here? Hold on here. Wait, hold on. I gotta... What the hell happened? No, I don't want that. I lost my picture. Vulture. What can I do, please? I don't even know how I did that. You know what I'm going to do? I'll pull this over here and I'll just... Nope, can't do that. Yeah, there we go. I'll just play that for now. Thank you, Vulture.
The case involving Winter Garden Little League funding was initially listed as suspicious activity. But after a complaint and audit, the situation turned into something more.
Gail Pascal Brown has been around for a while. She was an anchor on the weekends, and then they changed her off to being a reporter. She's good. I love her and Claire Metz. That's the other thing. Wesh, they let the women have a longer shelf life at Wesh. And I think that's very admirable.
More serious for the league's former president. The state attorney's office has filed a grand theft charge.
Thank you, Vulture. I got to tell you, in a hot, innocent mom type way, not bad.
Charge against 42-year-old Jacqueline Lowe. The arrest report says Jacqueline Lowe knowingly and unlawfully obtained.
Whoa. All right. So $3,473.27. Looks like teams aren't getting new uniforms. They're getting hand-me-downs. They're going to look like the Bad News Bears.
And used more than $3,000 in monetary funds from the Winter Garden Little League. The arrest report says Lowe is a...
Is that grand theft, by the way? 3,000? Or is that like, that's definitely a felony, right? I would hope so, especially if you're stealing. That's a nice looking ball field. That looks like a senior league field. That doesn't look like 12 and under.
Nurse at Health Central Hospital in Ocoee, but Orlando Health does not have her listed as an employee. The arrest report is filled with bank statements and receipts going back 2 years ago. The league's District 14 Assistant District Administrator Lisa Hodges said in a statement, staff initiated an investigation and found a number of inconsistencies.
I got to tell you, a lot of those concession stands, what if she was skimming off of the concessions? And they all do. They all hand around a jug to donate. Got to send our all-star representative. Got to get them new uniforms, new equipment.
In the expenditures and financial transactions made by Ms. Lowe. She goes on to say there were inconsistencies which did not appear to have been used for the operation of the league itself. The arrest report includes the charge of $372.34 to the Winter Garden Little League debit card for a smartwatch made on...
Oh, she got a Garmin Venue smartwatch. Dude, you couldn't have splurged and gotten an Apple Watch or something? A Fitbit? Oh, God. She probably bought this for somebody else. Reward account.
June 25th, 2020.
Unbelievable.
And it was under Jackie Lowe's reward account. The report also says there are numerous camera purchases that have been made, but not a real...
Oh, camera purchases. What is she doing? I could look, this chick right here. Hold on. See, because everybody loves a plain Jane sometimes. Cameras. OnlyFans. I could see. Look. Hey, I'm not saying it's true. I am just throwing out scenarios here that could be possible. Yeah. What were the cameras for? I say OnlyFans.
Reward account. The report also says there are numerous camera purchases that have been made, but not a real accountability of the camera system at the field. We spoke with Jacqueline Lowe's attorney, Trey Flynn of NJ.
I don't know. There's some sick-ass fetishes out there, but you see a chick doing her OnlyFans account from a Little League baseball field right in the dugout. Showing her dugout.
In law by telephone. And he says, we understand the charge has been filed and we're going to continue to fight that charge. I'm Gail Pascal Brown in Winter Garden for West 2 News.
All right, guys. So I'm probably going to get out of here. Did you guys like this show today? It's 1 o'clock. I mean, from the amount of people that I had in here, 1 o'clock seems like a good time on a Saturday. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Probably going to take tomorrow off because I've just been running nonstop this week. I got to take care of some stuff. Before I go, once again, if any of you guys are like graphic designers and you want to make a green screen background that I can use, I'll promote you. I would love to sport and rep your green screen background. Email me, Tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle @gmail.com. Follow me on social media. It's just everything Tuddle. Matter of fact, if you want a great list, just go to Tuddle.net. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed today's show. Hope you guys stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Well, Monday. Boo.